everyone. Welcome back to Flawed TMI. Here I am again. Sorry. I know. Life happens when you are so busy trying to make plans. I tell you guys, my goal, my wish, I'm speaking it into the universe, into existence, is every day I want to be just dynamic and giving content. But life happens. You guys know about my life, my son. So you wake up with one intention, something else happens. So here we are. Welcome back. First, we're going to get all that formality out of the way. You know, if you like what I have to say, or if it isn't for you, but you want to pass it on to someone else, by all means, please do so. Like, subscribe, put your notifications to just, even if I go MIA, then when I come back, you guys know that I am him. I am him. I am here. So, hello. Good day. I know I'm serving you guys a little bit of the Cubano look. So, for everyone there, hola, ¿cómo estás, mi gente? Anyway, here I am. Oh my gosh, where do I dare begin? First of all, I am into my nature, watching all the beautiful pedestrians and everyone getting their nice little walkout. It is actually a gorgeous, beautiful California day. It is, you can kind of feel where it is warm and about to build up, but as of right now, it is so pleasantly beautiful. So, life has been really interesting with this little young guy of mine. It seems now we already have our roller coaster rides with them. So today is going to be real interesting. You know how I always pick a letter, but it's going to be a little bit of I'm fusing a few things together. So it's going to be finding love while autistic. So it's FLWA. So with that being said, oh, there go our airplane. Make that wish. All right, there. So with that being said, now I know that when I'm at a certain age that, now don't judge me, and I know it's going to be a lot of people who sit back and say that they, whether they agree, disagree, just keep in mind, I'm speaking from my experience. I am speaking solely about me. I am not here to pull anybody onto the bandwagon or anyone. I'm not even looking for anyone to sit back and say, hey, I applaud and so on. If you do, cool. Leave comments, thumbs up, let me know, because it is really difficult as you go through this journey called life, as you elevate and you are trying to, yes, be 50 plus and still looking. So you can teach an old dog a new trick. Now, with that, I want to say that finding love is interesting because if you go back and look at my other vlogs and so on, I cheated myself out of the experience of love because, when you get, from where I came from, the foundation of not having it or not knowing real family or worth, you tend to sit back and say, why do I dare want what I cannot emulate? So, and I'm at an age now that I would love to have that forever, ever, but with a twist. And I do believe that God hear my wish on this. I'm not going to sell myself short and say that I am not worthy of what I want. And I don't want to compromise, which is going to kind of take me into, I went out on a date and I'll tell you guys about that. But in my experience of looking for love, I'm polyamorous, which I am pansexual. That I've already mentioned before. So it's not oh my God, that is not a shocker. So with that being said, I'm attracted to whomever I'm attracted to. It's not that I look for a particular gender, this, that, and the other. Whatever life force energy that brings to me, that vibrates my way, that's where I rock. And that's what I am solely looking for. So I am opening myself up to the possibilities of hopefully praying in abundance, my male, female. That would be like a perfect. That blend will be so perfect. But they have to, and I can't not stress it more, it has to be a fit with the understanding that my son is my top priority. Now I can prioritize, I can also I can compartmentalize all of it. I can put everything together to make it all work. And anyone who needs to make that wish, go ahead and jump back in. But I can make it all work because if you want a relationship, it's going to be work no matter what. Some people sit back and have the interpretation or understanding that, oh, something, it's, I don't have to work at my love. Anything that you don't work at, that you feel comes so easily, you kind of dismiss off as easily as well. At least my understanding. If it works for you and it has been working for you, I applaud you, God bless you. But from my understanding and perspective, you do have to kind of put in the work to make something last. You don't want to meet someone who he sees you as this healthy, vibrant individual, and then the moment that you guys are into your relationship, you feel like, oh, I can lapse off, I can, be me or relax and don't really have to comb the hair, do this or that, or don't have to put in the work into it. Some people do that. I just want to make certain that that's not where I am. I'm at an age that I know who I am and what I am, and I enjoy what I do. And I want to keep putting that out there. Now, with my son, as he's getting older, just experiencing our birthday, he has been so clingy. He's not regressing, but almost. It's as if he's not getting enough of me. He had me sit beside him for a straight 7 to 8 hours. That was on Saturday. And then Sunday, I said, he came into my room and I was like, let me get a slower start of the day. Your brother's going to chip in, help out, and get your breakfast started. Let me clean up my room. Oh, you never want to spend time with me. You don't ever want to this, you don't love me. What? I'm telling you, autism is such an interesting vessel. I love when I talk to therapists and different individuals who sit back and they give me the dynamics of it. No, if you know one person with autism, you know one person with autism. It is totally different I would never ever put my son into someone else's shoes. He is his own individual. Period, point blank, the end. There is no other way to sum him up. So there's some people who sit back and say, well, would he go better this way or would he go better that way? No, what works for him is what works for him. So when he sits back and tell me that I'm not giving him enough time, that tells me that anyone that I want into my life, they're going to have to know the yin and yang of that. And I'm hoping, and I'm praying it into the universe of being and knowing that it's going to come to me. I know, because everything that I've been putting out there lately has been coming to me. So I'm going to pray my specific prayers. So with that, I need someone who sees him, love him, and also going to be there to understand the nurturing of both of us. It's a fusion. We are a package deal. I will never, ever just sit back and just say, okay, life, take him. No, he's my baby. Yes, 21, grown man, my baby. But now the woman part of me, because, you got to find that blend of motherhood, womanhood. Now, the woman part of me went out on a date. I went out on Saturday after my long hours and so on, and I had to apologize profusely because I was running late. Now, it should have been an earlier date, but, the date still, no problem. But when I got there, okay, she was a beautiful person. Beautiful. The outside packaging of her is just gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll give her that. But I mean, our conversations that we had, we always, we were on the same. We were very simpatico together. We were on the same page about life, understanding. She understood my polyamorous. She actually came from that type of background, so it worked out well. It wasn't as if I had to meet someone, go through the whole explanation of who I am to make it fit for her. So we were great that way. But at the date was so poorly planned, not from my perspective, from her perspective. Because like I said, I was running tardy. That part, totally me. I'll put that on. I'll wear that. But everything when I got to her just wasn't the way that I expected it. Should have been nice candle like this and so on and so forth. It just wasn't. And what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to try to make a situation fit just because I need or want it to fit, because I feel that has been my issue. God is going to bring and present to me. He's going to, if I am going out there hungry, thirsting, demanding, and coming from a place of without, guess what? He's going to bring that same broken hot mess to me. Whether it's in male or female form is irrelevant. He's going to bring me. And I have to make certain that when I sit back and I look at the universe, I have to start with my mirror first. I have to make certain, are you really genuinely doing the work? Are you healing yourself? Are you doing your life work? And I wasn't. I was skimming off the top, and I got off of it for a brief moment because, like I said, I got caught into this beautiful young lady that from the outside, okay, it just sounds so nice to just look at that, and we just had so many things in common, and it was working well. But the more that I listened, the more that I was hearing, I wasn't getting so caught up on just the visual, but as I was listening and hearing, she was coming from a place of not ready. And when I say not ready, I don't mean not ready for all of this. I mean, she wasn't ready I'm asking her the good questions. Where do you see yourself in a year? What's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? Okay, what is your life work? What fuels you? What are you, this cute little ducky. Okay, what fuels your passion? What makes you want to wake up and be better the next day? And her answer wavered. It wasn't as if there was a consistency to it. And I'm sorry. If you coming to me, I need for you to have A, B, C, X, Y, Z. All of it. I refuse to allow myself to get caught up into someone who does not have what they need, want, or desire. You heard what he said. So with that being said, I need to make certain that I am every day finding that time for my son, finding time for my motherhood, finding time for my livelihood. But on this other hand, as a woman, I have to find time for my sexuality. I have to find time for my lovingness. I have to find time for my abundance. I have to find time for my worthiness. I have to find time for me. I have to find all of that. And I wasn't ready. So I thank God for presenting it the way that he had that way, because I probably would have gotten caught up into her and so on. And, everyone knows how life works. You get caught up, you get sexual, you sit back and you forget that I'm on a path of a forever. I'm not on a momentary thrill. I don't need the momentary thrill. I have had a lifetime of good thrills. I'm looking for someone who is willing to give me my AM, my noon, my afternoon, my evening, my midnight. I'm looking for all of it, dusk to dawn. I don't want to I don't want to sell myself short on anything, because if I sell myself short, I deplete myself. And when I deplete myself, I deplete my son, because I'm unable to fulfill and give him what he needs, because I'm not giving myself what I need, you know? So I just wanted to sit back and kind of put out that. I do feel I'm going to have a part two on this, but I didn't want to make it super, super long. So this way, if you got life things to do, that way you can sit back and say, okay, I'll cut here and then I'll go to the next one. So I'll see you guys on my part two. Woo, woo, woo. Mwah.